Hey everybody, before the show starts, log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, make sure you click on the book a call tab to book a call with me to get all your questions answered and your problem solved. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham, and on this episode, I gotta tell you, it's kind of funny. As I was on a slight vacation last week down in South Florida, Miami to be exact. And shout out to all my viewers from South Florida, man. I love you all. I want to do something big in South Florida. I don't know what it's going to be. I want to do some type of meetup, some type of session, whatever. But anyway, let's not jump off topic. I saw this Arby's commercial, and I was like, yo, this would be the perfect topic for a show. I got to tell my audience how this works, right? So Arby's has a show, or a commercial, excuse me. And it comes on the television, and I'm like, yo, that is super funny. It's Ving Rhames singing Sugar Ray's Fly, right, from the late 90s, right? But he's talking about French fries, and I'm like, yo, that was I know they got paid for that. That was a publishing check right there. That was a big-ass check, just like the topic says for today's show. But in order to address it, we got to do Copyright Explained, because I can't address how the check happened if you don't see the copyright. So let's jump into Copyright Explained. If you want to skip ahead, hit the chapters below, and let's go. Copyright: the sole right which an author has in their own original literary compositions. The exclusive right of an author to print, publish, and vend their own literary works for their own benefit. All right. Now, of course, with the copyright, there are two rights of copy. The music industry operates and revolves around these two copyrights, and that is the masters and the publishing. All right, the masters refer to the sound recording copyright, sound recordings as in records, masters, phonograms, or the audio recording file, i.e. the WAV, MP3, AIFF of the composition and or song. Now you can collect the royalties due and the proceeds due from the master recording from your distributor. All right, for those of you all who are independent and not signed to major labels, that's places like TuneCore and DistroKid. You can also collect the sound recording performance royalties from PPL over in the UK and Sound Exchange here in America, even though America does not pay for sound recording performance royalties in all aspects. All right. You can also collect from PPL if you live in America as well. Now, publishing is considered a performing arts copyright. Performing arts as in the composition, sheet music, MIDI files, publishing, or song to be performed. The performance royalties for your publishing can be picked up at BMI, CSAC, or ASCAP here in America, PRS over in the UK, and then the mechanical royalties for that publishing for that song can be picked up at HFA, that's the Harry Fox agency, Music Reports, the MLC, and over in the UK, MCPS. You can also pick up your digital lyric display royalties at Lyric Find and Music Match. Now, there are 6 rights of copy to be exercised to the fullest extent of the United States Code under Title 17, and that's the right to reproduce, the right to prepare derivative works, the right to distribute, the right to public performance, the right to public display, and the right to digital performance. All right, everybody. So we gotta let's break the whole commercial down really quickly, and then I'm going to play it for you. I might play it actually. You know what? Let's jump into the commercial now, and then I will come back around and we'll break the commercial down. So here's the commercial right here.
I want crinkle fries. For $1 now at Arbys. Still got curlies at the Arbys. Arbys, we have the meats.
All right, so we're back at this thing. So as you can see, the commercial is like, it's genius, right? It's so genius. Let's go into the slide and break this thing down. Now, we're using Sugar Ray's Fly from, let me look at the slide. Sugar Ray's Fly, all right? It was released by Lava Atlantic Records, June 24th, 1997. This is Sugar Ray's first mainstream hit. Came in the summer of 1997 with their song Fly, which was released from the album Floored and featured reggae musician Supercat. All right? Now, I mean, this song was popular. This is a popular song. I mean, it was everywhere. And when I watched the video, just to get a sense of where people were in the late 90s, it really reminds me of the show Entourage. I was on HBO. Yeah, man. The way what they did was they interpolated it. on the lyric and melody of the lyric. But if you look at the commercial, the instrumental bed is the exact same instrumental bed. Okay? So this was a unique situation where they revamped part of it. Okay? Part of the composition, the top line, songwriting melody. All right? And that backline music, they left. So, because we made a parody, this is an interpolation. It's a tricky situation. So let's go back into the copyright portion, because I'm going to utilize part of the slides from the copyright explain, and we're going to break down who owns what. Now, if we go back to it, you see that Atlantic actually owns the original master. Okay, and I'm pretty sure Lava, when you do a partnership, either you have joint ownership or there is a huge royalty involved with Lava Records. All right. Now let's go into the publishing side. Jesus Christ in the morning. Now, look at all these people that wrote on this record. Craig Bullock, Charles Frazier, Matthew Cargies, William Mara, Mark McGrath, Alan Shadlock, and Rodney Shepard. All right. Now it's published by Alley Music Corp. Grave Lack of Talent Music. That's Warner Tamerlane. That will be their co-publisher right there. Trio Music Company, who is the co-publisher, is BMG Bumblebee. And Wild Apache Music Publishing, which Universal Music Publishing Group will be the co-publisher. Now, I'm saying co-publisher, but they could be the administrator or co-publisher. I don't know what deal was entered in on behalf of these other publishing companies. But the bigger you get, you usually have a bigger publisher that will step up to do your administration, or will step up to handle your co-publishing and administration all together. All right? Don't forget, co-publishing is ownership, administration is just handling the business for you. All right? So now that you see all the writers and owners involved with this, let's look at the advertising agencies. So Fallon was the creative agency. Moxie Interactive helped out, and Zenith Media helped out on this ad all together right here. So anytime you have an advertisement, okay, you gotta, when someone comes, it almost operates just like a sync license, because the master holders have to get a check, just like a sync license for television, TV, and film, and the publishers have to get a check. So there's one giant check involved with this thing. But the difference is from a movie perspective or a TV perspective, like the advertising world on a national scale is the granddaddy of them all. All right. If you have a regional ad space, let's say I'm in the Southeast, so from North Carolina all the way down to Miami, Florida, and out to New Orleans, Louisiana, that is a regional. That's the Southeast region right there. That could generate a movie style check anywhere around $25,000 to $50,000. All right. But when you have a national spot on a television commercial, and I'm going to lowball this number, right? As big as Arbys, this may be a 90-day run. And the ad spend on this thing is ridiculous. I can tell you for the first 3 weeks, they're already getting ready to top about $1 million in ad spend. Now, from my experience in dealing with the television industry, anytime you have music involved, it's usually about 10% of your total budget. All right, clearance and all that stuff. So, just off the top of my head, I'm still going to lowball it, because I feel like with this commercial, if they run it all the way into the summer, they're going to spend at least $2-3 million on the ad spend. But I'm lowballing this check, and I'm going to say that they came in at a whopping $100,000 just to do this song. All right? Just to use that little bit of time in the commercial, $100,000 or more for the song. All right? And if it's taking, if we're going to decrease it, it's not going to be by much. It might be decreased by maybe $5,000. But I guarantee you it's somewhere around this six-figure range for that ad spot. There's no way that was a hit record. Okay? So, you know, that, and the cool, and let me tell you about the cool thing about this song right here, as I get ready to go into the next slide. When I saw this commercial, right, if I'm looking at this from a music executive standpoint, and all of my newbies out there who want to kind of get into the publishing game or who are starting up record labels, You got to know when a commercial comes on board, you don't want them to actually make the commercial bigger than your song. Okay? But because I Just Want to Fly was a huge record in the late 90s, it had its lifetime, right? This invigorated it with more life. So when I heard it on the TV, I said, oh, that is that song. Not, oh, I'm thinking about the Arbys commercial. Now I will think about the Arbys commercial, but I will always remember that song from the late 90s by Sugar Ray, which actually I didn't even know the name of the band. I just had to look it up because I knew the name of the song. It was so huge for them, and they were one-hit wonders. All right, but the effect was not that of the effect of the Mary J. Blige Crispy Chicken song versus Don't Mind, which is the original record. Now, you could tell what they were trying to do with the marketing with this was to build buzz so you could hear the music and the melody, but they did that, and somehow this Crispy Chicken commercial came out before Don't Mind. And when that happened, when you hear Don't Mind on the radio, you don't think about her song, Don't Mind. You think about crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, and whatever the cheeses are inside of that raggedy tortilla thing that Burger King had. You don't even think about that song. You laugh at it, matter of fact, because it's so funny. So you always gotta, if you're a new publisher out there, you're a new record label owner out there, and you get a request for an ad spot, think about what people will know the song for first. If it's going to be a gigantic ad spot and you need the money, take the sacrifice on the song. But, if you feel like, hey, this might deter people from, recognizing the artist and the song together, might have to leave it on the table, but it just depends on how much revenue you have coming in for the song already. Okay? So, now, how do you get music into a commercial like this? Check it out. How do you get your music into a national ad spot? Well, you're either going to have a music publisher that has the sales department or the exploitation department, as I like to call it. You're going to need a sync agent, or you're going to need a music library, or you're going to have to know someone on the creative staff of the ad agency that is. All right, that's extremely hard to do, to build that type of relationship, to actually make the cut on an ad spot from the creative staff of the ad agency. And they have to know that your music is cleared. There are no loops. There are no samples. You own the copyright. Getting music into a national ad or ad period takes a lot of clearance from a licensing agent. All right, a lot of questions have to be asked. A lot of things have to be dug into and red tape cut apart so they can see that this will not cause us any lawsuits when we put all this money into it. All right? It is worse than getting your song synced to television and film because that's speedy. But with advertisement, there's so much that goes into corporations spending ad dollars that they usually don't take music coming in the front door at an ad agency. They go to an agent, a library, or a publisher because they know that they have cleared the song well enough and they can trust them, and they will put all of anything that may possibly come in back onto the agent, the publisher, or the library, and they will be at fault for that and not the ad agency or the corporation who is spending the ad dollars. That's why the fourth one is extremely hard to do. All right? So, and then the music publishers, the sync agent, and the library, they're not hard to do. It just takes a little time, research, and elbow grease to get in there. All right, so that's how you're going to get your music into an ad spot. And if you want to go rogue and go directly to the creative staff, be my guest, go ahead and do it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying that it will be difficult to do. Okay, so now that is it for the show. Make sure you download the Profit Maximization Checklist, the user's guide to the checklist. Heck, why don't you just download the bundle? Because instead of, if you do all that stuff separately, it's going to be a little bit more. Take a discount on me and just get the bundle. It's down there below. If you want to donate to the channel at my Cash App or my Venmo, you can. It's down below. Book a call online with me on the website, and that link is down below. Or go to musicmoneymakeover.com. My name is Casey Graham once again. Please stick around. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all later. Peace. everybody. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure you log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, click on the Book a Call tab to book a call with me to get all your questions answered and problems solved. I'll see you all soon.